So you've been at Halloran Sage for the balance of your career. You started at the firm in law school as a law clerk. So now that you're in the Appellate Practice Group and you've been there for so long, how has the Appellate Practice Group evolved over time?
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, I tongue in cheek, right? I wish it was 2017. It was a lot longer ago. So I've seen the firm evolve. Honestly, you know, just to give you and date myself, when I started here, we didn't even have a Westport office,
Wow.
you know, and we didn't have a 17th floor, you know, so that may not mean anything to a lot of people watching, but
now my office is on the 17th floor, so.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't say we didn't have a 17th floor. I think there were 3 offices down here. It was like the dungeon, and it was Steve Fogarty, Bob Rhodes, and Tom O'Day, who's not here anymore, but they eventually became the Westport office, which then grew. But so I've watched, when I started, I was a law clerk, and then I was doing insurance defense work and trial work, and I didn't even become a member of the appellate group until about 7 or so years into my tenure. And you know, John Farley, who used to chair the group, who is now a judge, you know, was my mentor and the champion of my you know, matriculating into the group, and I'm grateful for that. So I was fortunate enough to learn the fundamentals from him. I didn't get to really work with John LeMega. He retired, but he was another great one. And I mean, I hold them in great regard. But shortly after John left to take the bench, Dan Krish, who is our current chair, joined. Another person that, you know, it's an honor and a privilege to work with. And Logan Carducci joined us before John left as well. Another tremendous asset. And most recently, Mike McPherson. And, you know, I had the working with Mike when he was at his other firm, and we were co-defendants in appeals. So I knew him before he joined as well. So, you know, I would say it's always been an impressive group. I mean, it was an honor to sort of be asked to join it after sort of, you know, being on the outskirts and in a different group, you know, when I started. But it's a closely knit group, solid and skilled, you know, a wealth of knowledge. We work together, and you know, we support each other. You know, we try to moot every appeal, and never has anyone said, no, I can't do that. No, I'm unwilling. No, I'm not, you know, can I bill for this? And, you know, that's never an issue. It's, we're going to do it. We're going to read the briefs. We're going to take the time, and we're going to do it. And we also try to go to each other's arguments as often as we can. You know, now with COVID, you know, it's not, we can't. I had an argument in the appellate court in person, actually, a couple weeks ago, and we mooted it like crazy. You know, but Dan, Logan, they didn't come. Paul, it was actually one of Paul Mead's cases, you know, because he was trial counsel. But, you know, so I don't know if anything's really changed. I mean, the group dynamics and the members have changed over time, but I think it's always been solid, you know, thanks to John and John's legacy, you know, a solid, well-informed, you know, skilled group of practitioners. And I'm kind of excluding myself from that because, you know, I'm complimenting, not excluding myself. I don't
Oh, you're being too modest.
Well, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to work with these folks every day. And I do feel, I certainly participate, and I give, you know, maybe not as much as I take, but.
Well, Laura, thanks a lot for taking the time with me. I really appreciate it. You have a nice rest of your day. And for me, it's back to the office on 17.
Well, thank you, Nico. You too.